Okay, so apart of products and package, there are also some of the functions that I would like to share with you to help in your products maintenance. So under products, there's actually one section here called product utilities. Inside these product utilities, there are some functions here is helping you to change the code to maintain the rates. Okay, I'll go through one by one. I go to the last one first, which is the code change. So during the creations of supplier, agents, products, I mentioned to you that we can't really change the code. So taking one example that I have for TubeCat, I can't really change the code here because once it's saved, it's saved. Okay, so you can't remove this supplier and create a new one if you have used this one in supplier, products, or bookings. So what you can do here, you can actually change the code under product utilities. So under code change here, there are three that is related to the product loading. Supplier is to change the supplier code.
Why this menu not
Because
creator and debtor?
Because this should be something that in control, so it shouldn't be accessed by everyone. Okay, but it's up to you whether you want to let everybody to use that. But let's say you want to control this system, this is a module that you can hide from others. Okay, so you have supplier, agent, and product codes to change. So I will change the supplier code here. So when you click on supplier, the system will ask you what are the suppliers that you want to change. So I can actually find TubeCat. Okay, so there's one section. You can also find multiple suppliers, let's say. Okay, you can select multiple to change at one, to change at the same time. So in this example, I'm only changing TubeCat. So when I click into it, the system will give me a current code, and I can give it a new code. Okay, so when you change the code here, the system will try to move off the products, allotments, bookings that belongs to this code to this code. Okay, so when you click OK, the system will give you a preview. So once you confirm this one to be changing, you click save, change code. Okay, the system will change. Okay, same for agents and products.
ไม่โค้ดที่เปลี่ยน
Code only. Code
ราคาอยู่เหมือนเดิม
กลับมาหมดเลย
อ๋อเข้ามาเลย
ที่สร้างออกมา
สมมติว่าแล้วคนนี้ผิดหวานอะไรนี้คนนี้เป็นคนนี้อ๋อโดยที่เราปกติเขาห้ามดีที่เราบอกว่าไม่ได้ถ้าอ๋อเราก็ไปนี่
ถ้าจะมีถ้าสมมติว่าเปลี่ยนโค้ดถ้ามีบุ๊กิ้งแล้วก็เปลี่ยนได้
in the booking it will change like the code
everything. Okay, so TubeCat it was TRBKBV. Now you have TUBKBV. Okay, those that you have entered in the booking. So in my booking, I have already entered. It was TRBKBV, including transactions, booking also. Okay, so this will be changing all related information to that particular code. Okay, branch department booking is something to do for booking. So code change, any question? Okay, straightforward. Product notes. Product notes is a place where you can insert the notes for multiple notes in one place while we are maintaining the product or supplier. We are inserting the notes here, service by service, product by product, or supplier by supplier. Okay, but in the product utilities, product notes here can actually helping you to insert or maintain the notes for multiple supplier or multiple notes. So just for example, I want to insert a list of the notes for Bangkok accommodation. Okay, I want to insert the notes of maybe cancellation topics. Okay, and also cancellation policy, and also maybe hotel description, suppliers description. Okay, so when I search, it will give me a list of the supplier hotels that you have. Okay, and to show you whether they have child policy, cancellation policy, and supplier description. So it's blank. If it's blank, and it will show in blank. Okay, so what you can do here, you can actually click on that particular notes, change. Okay, you will fill up the information in one place for all of the suppliers, for all of the products. Okay, so you don't need to go to the supplier by supplier, products by products to do it. You can do that also, but this is a place where you can see all of the suppliers in one place, all of the products in one place, and you can insert the notes side by side.
But I have to go one by one, which one,
Oh, it will show you
Oh, the
all
list.
the list. Of course, you still need to go to inside and change the notes. This is helping you to do checking also, just in case you want to see a list of the notes, which one is having empty cancellation policy.
I can compare which one I forgot.
Yes, correct. Okay, question on product notes. Okay.
สมมติว่าพี่โกใส่ทุกโรงแรมมันต้องใส่วอร์ดดิ้งนี้เข้าไปในโรงแรมถูกปะพี่โกไม่รู้ว่าพี่โกที่พี่โกใส่ทุกโรงแรมหรือเปล่าพี่โกอยากเช็คอันนี้ก็สามารถเช็คเรียกขึ้นมาเพื่อเช็คได้ว่าไอ้สเปเชียลโน้ตที่เราใส่มันทุกโรงแรมหรือเปล่าขนาดที่มีมันจะขึ้นมาให้พี่โกเห็นว่ามีพี่โกเข้าไปใส่ตรงนี้เลย
มันต้องเล่นรีพอร์ต
ใช่มันก็อยากรู้ว่าโรงแรมไหนมีชาย policy แบบนี้บ้าง ก็เรียกมันขึ้นมาพี่โกก็สามารถเข้าไปแก้ที่มันมีได้อันนี้มีมันพี่โกไม่ต้องเข้าไปแบบทีละอันทีละอันมี100 อันก็ต้องเข้า100 อันมันก็ช่วยย่นเวลาในการเข้าไปในทีละอัน
Okay, any question on product notes?
This can do for product note only
Product notes and supplier notes, both. Okay, another one is rate maintenance. Okay, so in the product setup here, we are maintaining the rates one by one, day range by day range. There is one section allows you to do some changes in bulk. Okay, this is a module that helping a lot in bulk changes or bulk delete, but it's very convenient, but also it's very dangerous because whatever changes that you did here, there will be no undo. So if there's anything that you have done incorrectly, that's it. Okay, so I would say if let's say you really want to use the rate maintenance here, you have to test it first. You have a test platform for you to do any testing, and then once you are confident to do it, then only you do it in your live database. Okay, otherwise whatever that you have done, it will be done. Okay, so I will explain each of them. Delete rate. Delete rate is delete rate. You can actually delete rates here in bulk. So when you click on the delete rates, and the system will asking you what rates you want to delete. So you have to give it a range. So this is good for rate maintenance. So let's say you do not want to have, let's say you have already business up to 20, 30, just for example, and you do want to keep something on 30, 19. You can actually do a cleanup yourself. So you can choose the entire date range of 2019 to be deleted. Okay, so if I choose this one, you can also select by products, location, supplier, service type, and rate status and price. Okay, this is also useful if you want to delete all of the price that you have insert wrongly for certain price code. Okay, so if I click on the results, it will show me a list of the products that I have based on this selection. So if you save, you delete all of the rates that you have entered for this particular services. So you will see the list of the services that you have. Okay, so once you save, it will be gone. Okay, so there's no undo.
so we won't use this one
If it's useful, like I say, it's useful and it's also dangerous. Okay, so of course, if the most safe way to delete the rates is come into the products, go to the products that you want to delete. Make sure that you are selecting that particular one.
ใช่ไง I won't use that
Yeah,
one
you miss it.
Never,
Never.
ever.
It's gone.
Then bye bye.
อุ้ยเดี๋ยวหนูแอบไปข้างใน
no other than dang you recall
I can't do anything on that.
โอ้
มีแบบว่าเซิร์ฟเซฟไว้ในแบบเซิร์ฟเวอร์ไหมขึ้นคลาวด์ไหมพี่ตั้ม
อยู่บนคาว
หายแล้วหายเลย จำไว้นะป้า
Okay, I continue. So the rates here that I have entered for tube cat superior room is for SP. So let's say you want to apply markup differently for 3 ambassador. Instead of copy the rates here one by one, what you can do here, there is an option in product utilities called duplicate. Okay, duplicate means duplicate one price code to another. Okay, so what you can do here, when you click on the duplicate, again the system will be showing you what what are the date range that you want. You are trying to do that. So you can do up until the 1st December 20 maybe. Okay, so you have to tell the system what are the price code that you're trying to duplicate from. So in this case it's Spain. Okay, so you can actually tell the system what are the products range that you're trying to do. So if you already know that who is the supplier that you're trying to do, I can use duplicate. Okay, you can also tell the system what is the product code if you are just trying to do for certain product. Okay, so after you fill out all of the things here, I want to do for accommodation only. So results. This one is not refresh. Still using the old code. Spain. Accommodation only. And in the result here you will see all of the SP that I'm trying to duplicate. Okay, so when you click save, okay, so you will see a list of the products first before you already save. And when you save, the system will ask you to enter what is the new price code that you're trying to duplicate to. So in this example, I'm trying to duplicate to TUI and Passager. And during the changes, you can also change the cost. Okay, sell and also other settings. Okay, so the changes here you can actually doing by flat rate percentage on the cost. So if the cost remain the change, you can keep it. FIT cell, you can changing based on the percentage, markup percentage, and flat rate. Flat rate means you apply the flat rate into it. Markup percentage means you override the existing percentage and you give it a markup. Percentage means on top of the existing one, you give it 3% on top of it. Okay, so that's the difference. But if there's no changes, then you don't need to select anything here. But if you want to apply any changes in terms of the cell, you can do it. Okay, so let's say I'm giving 3% lesser of the cell comparing with the Spain price code, I can use negative. Okay, so it will deduct 3% from it. So I save. Okay, it will ask you to make sure whether you want to go. Okay, because there is no one to do. So once save, okay, the system will try to do the duplications. Okay, you will see how many operations has been done. Okay. Okay, so if there's any error, you will see. Okay, because there is a AM price code exists already, it won't do that. Okay, it won't do any conflict, and you will see it. Okay, so now in the product, we see it here. Okay, on the rates, you will see all AM. Okay, it will be exactly the same, but probably -3 markup because I have not applied any markup before. So when I put -3, then it will be -3. Okay, but of course, if you have done, let's say SP here, I think I no, I didn't put any selling price. No, I didn't. Okay, so if let's say you have already done any negatives, already done any selling price or markup, the AM should be deducted from it.
If from that page that they ask you to set the new markup, if I didn't put anything zero, it's copy the same.
Yes.
We waiting you to create calculate price, and I show you to put in this window. It will help. Here to create the selling price.
ว่า SP จะก๊อปไปให้ดูบ้านดูบ้านมันแยก SP จะก๊อปไปให้ทัวร์มองเดลแล้วก็จากราคา SP ก็เป็นทัวร์มองเดลเลยเนื่องจากมันเซมมาร์คอัพกดว่าก๊อปได้เลยโดยไม่ต้องไปใส่มาร์คอัพอะไรเพราะมันจะก๊อปมาร์คอัพได้ด้วย
แต่ถ้าเพิ่มมาร์คอัพแล้วจะใส่ตรงมาร์คอัพหรอ
แต่ถ้าเกิดในของแอนนี้นะมาร์คอัพมันไม่เหมือนกันเราต้องไปดูว่าที่เราเซตเอาไว้มาร์คอัพแต่แรกมันต้องเป็นลบหรือบวกอย่างเช่นเราเซตได้10เพราะฉะนั้นของนี้ก็ต้องลบ1แต่มันก็ไม่ได้อีกเพราะว่าเลนส์ไม่ได้
ไม่จะเข้ามาก่อนก็ได้แล้วฉันก็แก้ตัวเลขก็
ได้บอกทั้งหมดมาแล้วพี่โก้ก็ไม่แก้ทีละอันแต่ว่า อันเนี้ยพี่โกจะไม่เห็นว่าอันไหนพี่โกแก้ไปแล้วหรือยังไม่แก้
พี่โกแค่จะได้ไม่ต้องมานั่งสปิดพีเรียด
แต่ถ้าเป็นเป้คือยอม
แต่สปิดพีเรียดมันเสียเวลากว่าอันนี้ก็
อันนี้เขาก็หมดเลยแล้ว
ได้เลย
ใช่แล้วฉันก็
แต่
มา
แก้
แก้
เพราะเป้กูแบบว่าอันไหนฉันใส่ไปแล้วฉันยังไม่ใส่วะหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ย
แต่
ใช่
ส
ปะ
เปรย์มันก็ใช้
จะเป็นแค่อันเดียวหมดอยู่แล้วแค่ทำแอปเพิ่มมันนี่
แค่เดี๋ยวให้เธอยัง
Another one is extend. So extend rate means it will help you extend the rate after the last period. Okay, I can show you. Just extend this one to a certain day range. Modify rate is to modify a certain day range in bulk. So for example, if there is any case you know that AM price code here, I want to apply a certain level of markup to all of them. What I can do it here, again, you have to tell the system what is the day range that you're trying to do. Okay, I'm trying to do for you. Okay, I know that I want to do for superior room. ABF is a product code. Okay, so I search, I get one product, multiple price code. Okay, so let's say you do not want to do for SP, or you can do it here. Sorry, if you do not want to do for AM, you can uncheck AM. Okay, there is a price code. So I search again, I will only get SP. Okay, so I save. Okay, I want to do a bulk changes. I want to apply 7% markup to all of them. Okay, so if I save, okay, there will be 6 successful operations. Refresh. Okay, SP 7%. Okay, everything 7%. Okay, this is modified rates.
if original is 7 and if I change over there to 10 then it's going to be 10 instead of 7
No, if original is 7
on top
on top.
บวก3ใช่ปะ
Of course, if you want
Put
original 7, if you want it to be 10, what you should know, what you should do is here, you should choose markup percentage, put 10. So it will be changing 7 to 10.
what is the first one
First one,
percentage
percentage. On
Percentage
top
means
of the
on top.
original. Because it's not like 7 plus 3 is 10. It just
70
after 7 and on the 7 add another 3%. It's not 10%. Yeah, it's
got it
dump markup. Okay, so flat rate means you put a flat rate on the markup.
and it how is shown in the screen if I put 3 more if I put percentage 3% it go how is appear
If you put markup percentage,
not just percentage only
then it will calculate how much is the selling
but it
price.
still show markup 7%
No, it will show it doesn't show 10%. How the system calculating this one is
I know it calculates 7% first and then
560. This is 7% plus 3%.
3%
Okay, how much is that? Help me.
เท่าไหร่นะ
แต่หน้า
560
60
บวก 3%
816.8. This is a percentage.
they will show right
It will show 10, 20.
but it's not 10 it's 10
not 10.
something
Yeah,
because it's
yeah. If you want it to be 10, it should be markup percentage.
got it
Then it should be 10.
I just want to see how it's shown or it's shown by the calculate from the amount
From the amount,
for
it based on the selling price and the cost.
got it
flat rate.
Flat rate, changing this one.
อืม
Okay, so this is modified. It also helping you to do the early bird one. Let's say you do not want to calculate yourself. Okay, of course you need to insert the early bird products and also the price codes first. So I know that early bird one for tube cake is 10%, negative 10%. So what I can do it here, I can go to the results. Okay, I have this product under E1. So what I can do it here, I can change the cost. Okay, so I know that it is actually 10% from the original price. if you apply this here, save, you minus the cost. Okay, instead of changing the selling price.
If like this
ก็ไม่ต้องใส่สิ
if like this then I just copy the original rate
Yes,
to
Indian.
E1 and then I go to that side
Correct.
คือปกติเราก๊อปคือ original rate ใช่ไหมตอนที่เราทำครั้งแรกคือเราก๊อป original rate มาแล้วเราก็มานั่งคีย์มือแต่ที่โกมีการที่จะก๊อป original rate มาโดยเปลี่ยนชื่อเป็น early bird ไว้ก่อนแล้วก็มาหน้านี้ที่ผมก็ใส่ไปเลยว่าลบ10%มันก็จะบึ้งลบ10%
โอเค
ลบ10%จากคอส
ใช่
ใช่
โอ้
ฉีก
จาน
ที่
ใช่
เป็นสเต็ป
Just tell me now
ทำไมบอกตั้งแต่แรก
The
I'm
first
afraid
day
in the
that
first
you
day.
let her know
Why you tell me now
Because I want to give you some happiness on the last day.
No, you didn't say it in the first day
Now you feel very high, right? Yeah, you feel very happy.
แล้วเราต้องหาตื่นเต้นตรงไหน
พี่ต้าแต่หนูงงอ่ะก่อนหน้าเนี้ยที่มันเป็นมาร์กอัพเปอร์เซ็นต์ทีเนี้ยที่มันเป็นดูพลิเคทใช่ป่ะอันนั้นอ่ะคือการก๊อปปี้แล้วเปลี่ยนมาร์กอัพ
ใช่
ถ้าเป็นเปอร์เซ็นต์คือใส่10ถ้าเราจาก7ไปเป็น10เราก็ใส่10ได้เลย
ไม่ใช่ คือถ้าเป็น mark up ถ้าเป็น percentage เปล่าๆแล้วแกใส่สมมติว่าของเก่า 7%นะแล้วแกใส่เพิ่มว่า percentage 3%ซึ่งแกคิดว่ามันควรจะเป็น10แต่มันเปล่า เพราะ1ราคา cost มันจะโดนบวก 7% ก่อน เป็นราคาใหม่ ราคาใหม่จะบวก 3%เพราะฉะนั้น total ที่มัน
เป็นเปอร์เซ็นต์
เป็นเปอร์เซ็นต์มันจะไม่ใช่10เฉยๆ
จะไม่สิบ
มันจะเป็น10 something เพราะมันไม่ใช่บวก 10% ทีเดียว มันบวก2เด้ง
มันก็บวกมาจาก 7% ที่คำนวณราคาออกมาแล้ว
อยากให้มันเป็นสิบมันก็ไม่ได้
แล้วก็เปลี่ยนเป็น mark up percentage เปลี่ยนเป็น10เลย มันจะไปทับของเก่า7อันเลย
คือง่ายๆคือเอาง่ายๆใช้ฟังก์ชัน mark up percentage
ใช่ เอาง่ายๆนะ
เอาง่าย
โอเค
โอเคเนี่ย
Continue.
แฮปปี้แล้ว
Okay, copy range means you copy one range to another. So let's say I have one range that I have already entered for superior. Okay, let's say I want to copy one of the rates here from one product to be another. I can't do it here. So what I can do it here, I can actually tell the system that what are the rates that I'm trying to copy from. This is copy. Okay, and superior. Okay, you don't need to remember actually. You can find from here. Okay, it's the same thing. So what is the date that you try to copy? So let's say I'm trying to copy the 16th April. Actually, tell the system 20 until 31st of October. Right. Okay, so I want to copy an price code. Sorry, SP. So from to where? Okay, so you can actually tell the system that I want to also copy the Krabi. Okay, and
can be cricket
can be anything. Okay, so I do not know which product code that I have. Okay, so I can actually tell the system to give me a list. Okay, or if there is any case I only want to do for this one, okay, I can also do that. So to this one, I will just say I would like to copy to this product. Okay, so if I search, okay, it will give you one product and you will try to copy the SP to that and you save. Okay, and when you want to do this one, you can do any changes as you want. And when you save, you just copy that particular price code to be another one. So if I check another one, which one is I'm trying to do? And you have this one. Okay, this is how you copy one range to be another. This is useful if let's say you have already completed all of the date range for one product. You can actually use this method to copy one to another. Okay, any question?
copy ค่าดี
copy ลุงไทย
copy รูป
ไปใส่อีก
ไปใส่อีกโรงแรมหนึ่ง
ถ้ามัน
ไม่ใช่มันโรงแรมเดียวกันที่เขาใส่
มันกลม
form to
This is the same. This is the same hotel, correct?
Same hotel, you want to do it different hotel also can.
But then you just
can be different hotel.
Can be different. It can be different hotel because you are the one that's selecting what to be configured.
Not possible อะ
But of course you shouldn't do that.
โรงแรม
We want to say okay. Okay.
Okay, it's not only copy one date range only. You can also copy multiple date range in this example. So I can just copy the entire date range to be another one.
ไม่ได้ดิเพราะว่าตัวนั้นจะติดแล้วเป็นไทยเนาะ
copy การนอง
โอ้โหตามผู้จำไม่น่ารักเลย
ก็
ไม่แล้วเนี่ยไม่
พูดถึงว่ามันเหมือน copy นั่นแหละ
ไม่แล้วนี่มัน
copy
สามารถ
ไกด์ไปที่อันอื่นๆ
อันนี้สามารถทำ US ไทย
เอ
บา
อ
ท
แล้วเหรียญน่ะ
exchange to
แล้วเหรีย
US
ญ
Not for extension. It is useful when you have already completed one product but you have new tariff for next year. Of course, you are not going to each of the products to split the day range. You can split the day range in one product and then copy the entire new tariff to be another one. But of course, you need to change the cost of each of them to be the particular room category.
If any hotel they remain the same rate since last year,
Yes,
then I can copy for
you
them.
can also do that.
เออ
But I have to create.
Yeah, you have to create first in one product and then copy to another product.
Copy every range to another one.
Okay,
This is
this
same hotel. Or I'll copy another
Yeah, you say
period.
hotel,
I
yeah.
go to change the date,
yeah,
the
you
year of the day.
yes,
cover
you just insert a new one, not this one.
if you put the
You just insert new one. Let's say you have the rates for 2011. 11. So what you can do here, you can insert up until 31st of October 21. Okay, and then split the day range here accordingly. Let's say I know that the day range is different now. Okay, so you can split this one. Okay, and split. Okay. I've done for one product. The price code is from this one. Okay, I've done for one product. Okay, this is only for superior room. If you do it in the product by product, you have to do the same for deluxe room, 3 bedrooms, blah 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 blah. But you can use the copy here to copy both of the rates here to deluxe room, 3 bedrooms, blah 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 blah. But of course, you need to change the cost.
ข้ามปีได้ไหม
ก็ได้ไง
Of course, it's changed to
แค่
zero.
No,
แล้วเหรียญมันก็
it's not changing to
จะ
zero.
เหรียญมันจะยังไง
You will just copy as it is. Whatever that you have entered here, you just copy as it is, and you have to change the cost.
อ๋อ
ป้าก็ใส่เป็น valid form ตัวเลยประมาณนั้นน่ะ
นี่ไงมีฟอร์ม copy rate ใช่ไหมมีฟอร์มก็ชู
เออ
ที่ฟอร์มอะไรที่ก็ไปดึง period ขึ้นมา
อืม
ออกไปชูที่จะเสร็จ period ที่เราใส่เป็น period
ปี้จากโรงแรมไหน
จะ
โรงแรมนี้เป็นโรงแรมเดิมก็ได้จากโรงแรมนี้ไปอีกโรงแรมนึงก็ได้ใช่ไหม
เออได้
ป้าอยากจะก๊อปเป็นไหนก็ได้
เออ
แต่คุยทางเดียวให้ทำ
เออเดี๋ยวก็อันนี้โอเค
Okay. Great maintenance. Any question? Okay. Close everything here.
อีกจบ
The next thing that I'm going to show you here is the product reports. So there is only one product report in the system itself. So under reports, you will see 3 sections: operation report, financial report, product reports. Okay, I won't talk on operation and financial this time, but the next training will show you how to run the reports for reservation and operation. But that one will be next training. I will only show the product reports. There's one report on the left hand side here, which is the product list report. The product list report is showing you the list of the products that you have based on your searching criteria. Okay, so you can actually filter by the supplier, you can filter by the date, you can filter by date enter, or you can filter by location. Okay, so let's say I just want to see a list of the hotel that I have in Krabi. You can filter by accommodation. So in this case, I see a list of the products and hotels that I have in Krabi accommodation. Okay, so there are 3 options here: download as CSV, download as PDF, or view on screen. So if you view on screen, it will be something like this one. Okay, if you download as PDF, then it will be PDF. Okay, you will see something like this. Okay, you will see the location, service type, supplier, supplier name, description, the booking, if there's any information. Okay, you will see a report parameter. Okay, CSV is Excel. So you will just output a list of the products that you have. Okay, so here, if you will notice that when you view on screen, okay, when you view on screen, you won't be able to zoom. Okay, so if you are looking to zoom the report, you need to run either Excel or PDF. Okay, on the other tabs here, there is also controlling something. So by default, it's showing you the list of the product that has been used in the booking. Let's say you do not want to see you want to see unused product, you can use this one. If you want to use all products, regardless they have been used in the booking or not, you can use this one. Okay, products deleted, not deleted, all. And let's say in future you're using B2B website, you want to see which products has been shown online, you can use this one also. Okay, you can change the order, either order by location, supplier, or product code. Okay, so it will show you everything. Okay, so you will notice that this report actually doesn't showing you the rates. Okay, so in the system there's only one report here which is related to product, but we have another report here called Excel report which is showing you something more. Okay, I can't get it working, so I have to fix it first before I can show you. It's actually showing something like this. Okay. Okay. It's okay. I have nothing to show you actually. Okay, because the data is not coming up. I need to fix it first. So it's an Excel report. You can see this is exactly the Excel. You can actually filter. There is a. It needs to be in this file. You won't be able to. I will send this one to you with the login detail. So there is actually login detail here, so it's safe. Okay, you need to have the login detail before you can run the reports. Okay, I'll give you a login detail. Okay, so whenever you run the reports, there is a filter here similar like this one. You can actually filter by date range. Okay, so once you have the records, you will see the rates here based on, you will see a listing here, but it doesn't work now. So you will see a supplier is who, you will see a product location is where, and you will see a date range, you will see even the rates. You will see the rates for twin, triple, single, you will see a listing here. It doesn't work. Okay. So I will fix this first and I will send it to Peter. Okay, this report is helping you to see the
It's separate from the web.
It's separate from the web one. So we call it Excel report. So we have a lot of Excel report actually, which is can be running in Excel only. So the Excel report actually you can keep refreshing from time to time.
It's linked from here.
It's linked with the data. Yeah, it's linked with the. It's not the final output, but you can keep refresh the reports. So if you have already entered something, you can just refresh the reports there. It will show the latest data. So it's actually linked with this data.
But if I want click refresh, then it's going to show like that all the time.
Yes, you just keep.
อันนี้มันเป็นโปรแกรมเขา
แต่เขาใช่เดี๋ยวเขาส่งให้ตั้มให้ลองอินพอร์ตเปิดมาแล้วเราเข้าไปดูได้เวลาเราทำเรียกดูอินพอร์ตอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
ไม่ได้อยู่ใน
ไม่อยู่ในตัวเดียว
แต่ลิงก์นั้น
ข้อมูลจะ
เปิ
ใส่
ด
เข้าไป
เปิดแบบมูฟเมนต์ที่กดเนี่ยตั้มแต่นั้นมันเป็น Excel
แต่นั้นเธอพิมพ์น้องพิมพ์เองทุกคนพิมพ์เอง
แต่นี่คือมัน export มาจากนี้
อะไรที่เราลิงก์เข้าไปอ่ะมันก็
เหมือน
จะ
รีพอร์ตของโทรแพทที่เวลาพี่ตั้มเรียกมาให้
อันนั้นคือพี่ต้องเรียกลิงก์ขึ้นมา แต่อันเนี้ยไฟล์เซลล์ที่เขาส่งมาให้มันจะลิงก์กับอันนี้เลย
ก็เหมือนมันเรียกคอร์ดไว้ตลอดใช่ไหม
ถ้าสมมติว่าอันนี้มีเปิดบุ๊กิ้งใหม่มันก็จะพุ่งมาที่ Excel
ก็ใช้มูฟเมนต์จากตรงนี้ได้
ดูน้องมันทำงานยังไงบ้างเราไม่เข้าใจว่าเราจะตัด
เราขอเวลาสัก5 ปี
From now you put next training.
next training
it belong to the reservation
Yes.
actually it's only us only me use it
Yeah, that's fine. That will be next training.
She wants you to talk with the hotel.
Yeah. I can show. I can, if you want, I can show you prior.
Yes.
So it's actually under reports, operation report. It's you call operation report anything related to booking. You call operation report. there's one report called product analysis for you to check the performance of products.
How the name is product? Why is in the operation?
Because it's
product.
cooking related.
Okay.
Okay, so in here you can actually run the reports supplier by supplier, or you want to see everything in one place also can. So in this example, I can actually see a list of the products that I have in currently, maybe. Okay, in accommodation. Okay, so what I can do here, I can filter by the date if you want, so you can run it period, monthly, yearly, it's up to you. So okay, I will just simply output this one. There are actually multiple product analysis report. Now the one that we are seeing now is the detail one. So detail is very detailed. It will show you the list of the reports, booking by booking. So I don't have much thing to do to see here. But let's say if you have already many bookings, it will show you all of the bookings that you have. It will show you the number of packs and the room nights that you have, and the cost and selling price that you have, and the booking information. Okay, you can also run in a simple mode where you can see in the product summary where the system will show you the report by room category basis. So it will just summary based on the room category. So you will see one line for superior room, deluxe room, 3 bedrooms. You will see a total room nights on the right hand side, and cost and selling price going there. Okay. Or alternatively, you can see it as a total, means regardless what is the room nights, regardless what is the room category, it just summing up based on supplier. So if I try to download now, it doesn't use, it doesn't show nicely. I'll show you the Excel. I'll show you the Excel so that you can see it here. So you will see a supplier who is a supplier, okay, and you will see a list of the room nights on the right hand side based on supplier basis. Okay, this is not only the listing that we have. So let's say if the existing product analysis doesn't output exactly like what you are running at the moment, you can actually do it in the Excel report. We have another Excel report where you can actually customize the layout yourself. That's something that I have to explain next training, because there is another set of Excel report and you prepare it where you can actually manage or change all of the columns and positions that you want. And the similar terminology like the Excel reports that I show you, once you save the template, every time you run it, you just change the date, you just refresh it. It's actually linking with the database.
You have to get in the persuasion class.
Most yeah. Maybe the last day, because the report is on the last day. But if you want to join the resolution training, actually no harm for you to understand how the system working in terms of
Should be
resolution.
someone from here.
Yeah. Okay. So any question on the reports? Okay. So any questions on the 5 days lesson before I show you what to do next week?
Not yet, but I'm sure we will have.
Yes.
Send
Okay.
you an email.
Yes.
Surely.
Okay. So okay, in the home page here you will see there's a link. This link actually opening a portal called My Top Plan. My Top Plan is a place where you can actually find the documentations, you can contact us, but of course there is a few ways to contact us. This is one of them. I don't remember. I remember password. Okay, so in here, as you can see, you can actually search the documentation. You can actually see the knowledge base. Knowledge base is actually the place where you can access all the documentation, and you can see a training guide here. Okay, so training guide here is the place where you can see all of the training guides, top plan and next training guides. You will see all of the training guides here. The one that I sent to Ikira is the get started documentation. It's a very simplified one. If you want to see a complicated one, a detailed one, you can see this one. Okay, so you have a very detailed one. You can print it out if you want, and if you want to run the soft copy, you can do it here. There is a searching here. There is an index here where you can see it by category. If you are trying to search with the extra, you can search it faster. Okay, so I don't suggest you to print it out because you can't control F, you can't find. Okay, but here you can find. Okay, so there are many documentation, but some of the documentation they are actually based on the old system, but the functionality is the same, but just in terms of the screenshot probably slightly different. Okay, but they are working the same. But just in case you want to find only total annex related documentation, you can see it here. Training guide, you can see it. Okay, so there is also a place where you can submit the ticket. Submit the ticket here is a place where you're asking for help. Okay, so you can mention something here. It will send to a support team in KL, and they will get back to you. You will get a ticket number, a 6-digit number. That is a case. Okay, so how to get this one? You need to register here. There is a register. Okay, so once you register, someone will send the related login to you. Okay, you will get your login name and password. Okay, there's one way to contact the support team. So let's say you don't have the MyTalk plan. There is an email address called aside of my email address. There is also an email address that is Asia Pacific support. They're actually going to same place, which is in Malaysia. There are support team which is answering your question. So if there's any question, you can either send from my talk plan, or you can send from here, or you can send to me. Okay. So if I'm around, I'll answer you. If I'm not around, I'll still trying to answer you. But if there's anything that can be assessed by support team faster, I will just asking them to help. Okay, so this is how you ask for help. Any question? Okay.
You send to this.
So you can actually send to me, no problem. I'm not trying to push that away.
Only when I know, but for us, we send to
Exactly. Okay, so what to do next week? Okay, so next week Monday, I will the whatever that we have done here, I will duplicate one set. Mm.
ใช่เขาก็จะบอกว่า onboarding on next she wondering about my your function my message
My message, next training.
we try to play around it just pop up and we go click actually it's gone
มันเกิดอะไร
that
ขึ้น
There's some things that cover in the next training. They'll show you how, where, when to use it, or whether want to use that or not.
next training you should be in that room
You but you
no I didn't
Okay, so next Monday I will try to duplicate this set. Whatever that we enter in Day5 day training, I will duplicate to another test system. So you will have one live means the production is a real one, and one test system. So test system you will have all data that is related to training. You can create anything that you want there. You can refer there, and I will clean up everything that we've done here. So agent, supplier, booking, products, we will just clean up. But all those coding that you see here, I will remain, because those things that we have done for currency, service classes will remain there. So product, supplier, agent, booking will be gone. I will just remove it, and from there you can try to do the loading. Supplier and agent, I have already give the templates to Itira. That's actually in Excel. You can do the first time import for you. Okay, so as long as you have given us exactly like our format, we just input for you from the back.
how many time that you will take to
One time. It's actually a chargeable job. It's not being done by me. I have to send it to someone to do
yes
it.
I know but
Yeah.
I mean what how many time will it take?
How many days?
How long?
How long?
Normally
1
when I
to 2
send
days.
1 to 2 days. So we have to finish this one for you first. It's
Yes,
better that you can
yes,
create everything
yes.
once.
Because you without any supplier you can't do any
Sure,
product
sure.
loading. So you have to complete that listing first. So once I've done the products, the import, you can start to do the product loading. Only do the product loading of tools that you are using often. Tools you do not use often, you can do it from time to time. Okay. Normally the durations of doing the product entry no later than 2 months. Okay. If you more than 2 months, it's risk for you because you are slowing down implementation. You will slowing closing the implementation. So I would say you try to put your time into these 2 months, complete majority of the products that you have, and then we go for next training, which is restoration training. Okay, no later than 2 months. Okay, I will be checking the progress from time to time from Interact. So to make sure that you are on par, whether you are ready for training. So once majority of the products are there, not necessarily everything, but
Majority of
at least we have hotel, transportation, packaging, those things.
you can train for next one.
Yes. So the time we will be ready for the restoration training. And then we'll schedule for the account training also. So and during that period you can also decide when is the go live date. Go live date means when is the actual one that you're using in the restorations. Okay. So I will expect everything here will be around 3 to 4 months, but not later than that. Okay. Any question?
มีไหมเดี๋ยวฉัน
ไม่รู้จะถามอะไร
Okay, so if you create all the Excel that we send to you, you create our supplier data, then it's going to be the same in the test version and live version.
Yes. From time to time, I can actually restore the test version with the live one. So you just let us know whenever you want to refresh the test system exactly the same data as live. But next Monday, I will just put this set to the test, so you can play and things about it.
Excel ก่อน
ใช่ที่ผม
โอเค
ทุกอย่างมันเริ่มจากซัพพลายเออร์เอ็มตี้สตาร์ท
Excel ใส่
ซัพพลายเออร์ไว้
Yes.
ก็เฉพาะฟีดโฮเทลของเราดูฟีดโฮเทลถูกปะว่าน่าจะเยอะกว่า
มีอะไรบ้างคือซัพพลายเออร์
ที่เราใช้ประจำก่อนคือมันอาจจะใส่ทั้งหมดไม่ได้แล้วใส่ให้เขาสำหรับ next training ได้
ซัพพลายเออร์นี่คือหมายถึงว่าพวก
ทุกอย่าง
รถ
แพ็กเกจ
บริษัทรถ
อะไรอย่างเงี้ย
ส่วนใหญ่ที่ไม่เยอะ
ของเราไอ้ซัพพลายเออร์ไม่เยอะหรอกแต่คือไม่รู้ข้างบนเขาใช้อะไรบ้างตามใจบ้าง
ก็ใช้ที่เราเรา
ก็ต้องให้เขามาบอกเราอะไรเขาจะใช้เพราะเราก็ไม่รู้ว่าตอนนี้เขายังใช้อยู่หรือไม่ใช้
อันนี้คือแค่แบบเป็นข้อมูลเริ่มต้นว่าถ้ามันมีอะไรเพิ่มเราต้องแอดเอง
ใช่
คือแอปที่เรามีอยู่
ก็ถ้ามันได้มากที่สุดก็ดีเนาะจะได้ไม่ต้องมาใช้
ต้องมาเหนื่อยเราเอเจนซี่ถ้าเราติดตั้งก็คือมาสร้างใช่ปะเขาไม่สามารถ
สร้างได้
เขาห้ามเป็นเอ็กพอร์ต
เอ็กอิมพอร์ตเหมือนกันก็เหมือนกันนะแต่พี่ก็ต้องไปใส่ในตารางเอเจนต์ทำให้มันเรื่องของฝั่งของเราเป็นซัพพลายเออร์
เราเปิดเป็นดอกเบี้ยจะขึ้นมาเป็น
Okay.
โอเคค่ะ
Okay. I will still be here until 3 o'clock. So if you have any question relating to the plan, you can still let me know. Okay. Otherwise, thanks for your 5 days.
thank you
Okay. I hope you are not giving everything back to me next Monday.
I give you back day by day
Don't worry, we have
and
your
good luck